Alright, y'all, welcome back to another edition of the Cozy Podcast. Here with my co-host, Zaya, you feel me? Shouts out to my co-host, Nuke, in the back, you feel me? Today, we got a special guest, you feel me? Our man's Juany, you feel me? On the podcast today, joining us, you feel me? So, just want to say thank you for, you feel me, coming out, you feel me? And, spending this time with us, you feel me, on the podcast. Just to start it off, let the people know a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do. You feel me?
All right. Well, before I do that, let me apologize to you because we were supposed to do this shit months ago before I moved out my grandma's crib. Me and Cozy had a conversation on whatever. He's supposed to pull up to the crib. I was gonna do his podcast. He was gonna do my shit, and then I fell asleep. And you had pulled up to Graham's crib and shit.
Yeah, I was waiting on you. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. I was sleep as hell. So let me apologize for that shit. But
Nah, you good.
yeah, nah. I'm a aspiring comedian actor. I want to get into some modeling at some point. But yeah, it's your boy me. He called me Juany. That's my street name, I guess. Stage name is Trash. Trash.Mcstevens. Yeah.
Word. So, how you been, bro? As of late, you feel me?
You know, I've been feeling real inspired recently. I feel like now for me, it's like I already see what I didn't have, so now it's time to get to what I want to have. So I feel good,
Word.
you know.
Yeah. So, you said you were aspiring comedian and artist and whatnot. So, what got you into, consuming comedy, along the way throughout every realm of art and entertainment that you dabbled in, from, when we first met back when I was in high school.
I mean, well, shit, that shit started before that. What got me into comedy was one, it was like a while back, like when I was a young nigga, like the Chappelle Show.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched that shit, I remember the first day I watched the Chappelle Show. That shit was just so crazy because I was a little nigga when that shit came out. So I watched that shit. Like I had stayed home from school for like whatever reason, and me, my mom, and my stepdad had watched the Chappelle Show. I was like, damn, this nigga's hilarious. That's when I fell in love with comedy. But then like, me like I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
I stay to myself. I'm into my thoughts. And if you really look at it, the best comedians are like that too. They learn how to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind works different when you by yourself and shit. I didn't answer your question. My bad.
No, you good.
That's fine. That's a good response.
So you feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah. So tell us about, other than comedy, the other art forms that you get into. You feel me? I know when I first met you, you was getting into DJing and stuff like that. So like, I want to ask you genuinely, what got you inspired to just be like an expressing person through art?
All right. So for me, like what made me want to be an artist or a creative, whatever synonym you want to use, it's because of my childhood, and I was a recluse, like I was to myself and shit. But it was my childhood because I was so to myself. I could have used the nigga to like kind of like lift me up and bring me out of that funk, and that's what like movies did for me. Like I was always into movies and like cartoons and shit like that. I spent a lot of time by myself, and once I like grew up and realized that it's a possibility for me to do that for somebody else. That's what it was. And then like just the love of art, like the arts,
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was young, like once I first started like really being to myself, I used to want to be a cartoonist because I was watching cartoons. Like that's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. And now like as an adult, I can do that. And I mean I can't draw anymore, but I'm a funny nigga. I got a very creative mind, so it's like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Cause you never know, if you gonna create some shit like what that shit would have. You might make something that you fucking hate, but that shit will be gold to somebody else. That might be the thing to save somebody. So yeah.
You got any questions?
Shit. Yeah. Saying, how was y'all week? You know, we got to do the week roundup.
Yeah. My shit was cool. I've been trying to get suspended from work. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to get suspended for like no bullshit, like at least a good 3-4 months. Them niggas will not suspend me, bro. I come to work late every day on purpose.
So you get paid if you get suspended?
You
get paid if you
No, but I got vacation time, so you know I'm gonna get paid.
This nigga trying. That's the system.
No, this nigga.
Bro.
Oh,
And that bro, that's another thing. Like, I want to get suspended, but only so I have more time to focus on what I'm trying to focus on. Cause like when I'm home, like before work, I'm with my kids. You know, I'm trying to be a father and shit. And then I go to work. But like if I get suspended, all right, well now I got free time. I don't got free time. Cause like when I have like my off days, I'm with my boys.
yeah.
So all right, well I'm suspended. All right, well, let me focus on these 13 different things I want to do real quick. Knock that shit out.
I feel it. Damn, man. So you feel like, is it a myth or is it a truth that adults can't have fun anymore?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Well, no. I'm gonna answer your question before I expound. So yeah, no, adults can definitely have fun, but it's a different type of fun. Like before, like I slowed down and stopped wilding and shit. I was like, damn, I'm about to be a dad. Like I gotta live it up before my baby mother got pregnant and shit. And then, the baby came, slowed down. I was miserable, but only because I was trying to be that stereotypical dad. That's at the crib. All right, honey, you need this, honey, you need that, whatever. Like sitcom type shit.
That shit not real.
Not at all, bro. Hell no, bro.
Hell no.
Oh damn. Okay, I'm learning shit. Cause shit, I ain't.
So, real shit. Real shit. Tell us about fatherhood from your perspective. You feel me? The honest and most genuine opinion on it.
Fatherhood is beautiful, but also the most frustrating shit that you could ever deal with. It's beautiful because like you see the potential that, at least in my eyes, you see the potential in that baby or that child or whatever that nobody ever saw in you, or that's how you feel at least. And you want to make sure that this person is 10 times better than you could have ever been. But it's also like, nigga, I just cleaned the crib. Why is there shit on my fucking couch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. Like my son came up to me the other day. He said, "Daddy." I'm like, "What's up?" "You're the best daddy in the whole world."
Damn.
Nigga, that shit melted my heart. Like, cause I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. It's beautiful and frustrating. That's the way I can describe that shit.
Word. So, you got a follow-up question there? Because I was about to ask him something else.
Nah, you good.
I was about to say, being that you have your own personal passions, when you got to that moment where you finally had a child, how did that impact your drive or your mental in terms of, you feel me, tackling your personal passions?
All right, so for me, like at that time, I didn't have the drive to do anything. Like before my son was born. Pardon. But it's like once that baby's born and you have to provide, you got like one or two choices. Like when you somebody that wants to go on the road less traveled, you either like lean into that shit and like just kind of like got to deal like with the child's mom,
Mhm.
like shitting on you because like the path of a creative person that wants to build his own shit, it's not an easy path. So you got that, or you lean into work. I tried to balance both, didn't really work out. I feel like you gotta balance your energy. I mean, you have to put your energy into what you're doing and just kind of roll with the punches until you know something happens. And that's my biggest regret initially, because before that I had did stand up. The first time I did stand up was like a little bit before my son was born. Well, conceived, I should say. And I killed that shit. I went in so nervous or whatever, got on stage, and the main act, the nigga makes his damn, I sound like a fucking wipe the CD off, nigga. But the nigga makes his money like doing stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the nigga came up to me after I did my set and was like, "Yo, like, I got a spot for you. Like, if you want to, you know, come on tour and shit." First time ever. I ain't take it though. I wanted to stay home and work at Big Lots like a fucking idiot. I should have took it.
Why didn't you take it initially?
I didn't think I was that good.
Damn.
Nah, you bugging.
Well, no, I went back and like watched the shit, and I killed that shit. I was probably, aside from him, he's a well respected comedian. I was the best comic that went up on my first time.
So you would have been better than him.
Within time, yeah, I would have smoked that nigga.
Cause he
Respectfully.
saw talent in you, like
Yeah.
he wanted you to come on tour with him, so his whole thing could be funnier than it initially was going to be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you like, the thing is, like, when you got like a solid opener, that shit, like, in terms of comedy, especially stand up, the lineup is everything. So like, you want your opener to set the mood. Like, if you have an ass opener, it's like, damn. All right, so now the next comedian got to work harder to like kind of build up the morale.
Yeah.
So like when the headliner come up, it's like they're already laughing. They in a laughing mood. So yeah, the nigga saw me, was like, yup, that nigga, that, yeah, he's a good building block to my shit.
Damn. So since then, you haven't really gotten out there like to that extent.
No, I did stand up. I did stand up one time after that. And, oh my god, bro, that was rough. That was, yeah, hell yeah, bro. What? The thing is, like, I'm a naturally funny person and shit, and then like I'm coming off of you know, doing that shit, so I'm like, all right, I got it. The first time I went in, I wrote no bullshit, like a good like 6-7 like different sets. Once I said the first joke, it leads into this set, and that set, depending on how the crowd responds.
Yeah.
So then I'll hit the second joke. If they laugh a little less, all right, cool. So now I know to go this way or that way. I didn't do that shit for the second time. I just wrote one set, and it was the wrong set. My whole set was about fucking bitches and strippers, but like, I'm not fucking strippers, but like about strippers.
Yeah.
But like, it's fucking 45-year-old women. You know?
Yeah.
Nigga, my mom and my grandma was there.
Damn.
Hold up. Let me just say how it was wild, right? So I did that shit. I didn't bomb. Like, I got laughs. Like, I was a low mid ass comedian that night, right?
Yeah.
So then the woman after me came up, and I promise you, no bullshit, like 80% of her set was talking about wanting to fuck me, and got mad laughs, bro. She's my mom's age.
Where were you at?
Bro, she's my mom. She talked to my mom.
Yo, where were you at? Where y'all be doing these gigs at?
I was in, not Saraville. It was some firehouse. I don't know. The shit was packed out. It was sold out.
They be selling food and shit there? Like, people could sit down, all that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, but like her whole shit was about wanting to fuck me because like I'm a young nigga. I came up with like big high energy and shit.
Yeah.
And you know I'm a beautiful man. You know.
You ain't tackle that?
Huh?
You ain't do that?
Nah, because I walked outside, and I was mad, nigga. I was like Trey and Baby Boy. I was swinging at the air and shit. I came back in, and then my man that came with me. So he's like, yeah, like she been talking about fucking me for a minute. So yeah, she was talking about fucking me for like, cause I came back in, she was still talking about wanting to fuck me, and she told my mom that her son is the same age as me, and she could send me to her crib, and I could borrow her son's clothes. Like,
Whoa.
yeah, bro, she's going. My mom and my grandma's there. It's like, damn, shorty.
Like that?
But she was one. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
She about to let you wear her son's clothes?
Word, like, get a nigga, give him his clothes back.
Yeah.
I got my own clothes. I'm a grown. I have a job. It's okay.
Crazy.
She want to take care of you.
I should have took the deal.
That's that MILF, John. That MILF buck.
I should have took the deal. I should have took the deal. I could have been the whole sugar baby out here
Man, life crazy though.
on tour. Like, got you, honey.
Life crazy.
Hell yeah.
Shit, so I've been seeing people talk about this lately. Y'all think the pandemic still going on?
Bro, the pandemic was never going on, bro. The pandemic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The pandemic was the flu.
Yeah.
The only people that died was niggas that had pre-existing conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the country is ran by big pharma
Mm-hmm.
and big tech.
Mm-hmm.
Who benefits the most?
Them two right there. Talk about it.
I don't want to because they're gonna come catch me.
So you think? So we were talking about this yesterday. You think everything that was going on in 2020 till now, all influencing this war that we got going on, or not we got going on, but that's going on, right?
Yeah, word. I'm not going to war.
Yeah.
I'm not going to war either.
I can't get drafted. I got a heart murmur. I'm good. I'm safe. It's not crazy. I'm good. My shit just skip a beat. But I mean,
You be feeling it, skip a beat?
bro, you know what's crazy about that shit? My mom never told me that I had my heart skipped a beat. I went to the hospital one day. I had a not a hemorrhoid. I had a hernia. I had a hernia, and that shit was fucking me up. So I drove myself to the hospital. To the emergency room. I'm like, yeah, like this shit don't look like it's supposed to look like. So like, they ran the test or whatever, and they're like, yeah, like like your heart skip a beat, right? I was like, what? No, when they got in, so I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, my heart skip a beat. She's like, yeah, no, I've been through that. Well, why the fuck would you not tell me that?
Damn, nigga could have been playing sports one day and
Mm-hmm.
niggas might be having the fuck happened
Nah,
with this
if
guy.
you was playing sports, she probably would have told you then, you feel me? And you would have found out because you would have
You
took
ain't
that
never played
physical.
sport? Did you play sports?
Yeah,
and shit?
I used to box.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Word, nigga did play sports.
Damn.
Oh shit! No, not mom.
And that's the crazy thing, bro. Boxing,
Yeah,
that's a tough ass sport, bro.
word.
And my sparring partner was my pops. Like when I was boxing, I was probably like 145. And my main sparring partner was my dad. That nigga is 240, same height, 5'10", 5'10", 240, but not like a okay 240, like a solid 240.
Oh.
I remember one day we was in the park training one day. We sitting there, you know like the adrenaline get you like when you got that back and forth. We going back and forth, whatever. Niggas had walked cause we in the park, so niggas outside. It's a summer day. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. All right, cool. That nigga hit me with a fucking liver shot, bro. That's the first time, no bullshit. The first time I ever cursed in front of my dad, bro. That nigga hit me. I said shit. Went down like damn, nigga.
That liver shit.
I'm your son. You don't love me,
Word.
Yeah, that liver shit. No joke.
bro. That liver, bro. That hard liver shot.
Yeah.
That shut your whole shit down.
Shut down.
Your whole shit down.
Body just fold.
Nigga, like laundry. That shit'll fold your ass.
Shit, max.
I was about to fuck around and drink the ash cup. That's tough.
So shit, yeah. So how you feel about life in general, like life itself, especially what's going on today?
That's a deep ass question.
Yeah.
I didn't come here for this. I ain't know what y'all just gonna ask me. But life, I feel like, from my perspective, life is just, it's learning and adjusting. You know, because like you go through whatever, and the only thing is like if you're a nigga that pay attention to what's going on, you adjust. If you don't adjust, you a dumb nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You can only go through so many circumstances and do the same shit so many times. Like, I think it was Einstein or whoever the fuck that said, excuse me, the definition of insanity or whatever the fuck is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So now it's like, if I keep doing the same thing, I'm fucking stupid.
Facts.
No, nigga, if I do something and I get this result, all right, well, I'm not going to do the thing I did already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Learning and adjusting. That's it, real.
Shit. Yeah.
Hold, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
All right, and Messiah,
Yeah.
you a boxing nigga. You got 3 niggas. You got Javante Davis, you got Devin Haney, and you got Shakur Stevenson. Mix and match whatever way you want to. Who walking up the top nigga?
It's definitely gonna be Shakur, bro.
You think so?
And I'm gonna say Shakur because I'm biased because I used to box with him in Newark at Elite Heat. So
That nigga nice.
and he's a southpaw just like me too.
Me too. You a southpaw too?
Yeah.
Me too.
Damn.
Damn.
So you see what I'm saying, bro? And I found out
Both
that we both
Geminis.
Geminis. You
Yeah.
know, life crazy, bro. I told
Bro,
you,
this really
is
my.
the movie.
We low key might be the same
yeah,
person. I ain't gonna.
yeah. So, but nah, yeah, I'ma definitely say him because like growing up so I'm mad biased. So my first boxing fight was at his gym, was at Elite Heat. So I was boxing and playing. At the time I was going to Plainfield 5-star gym.
You was with Coconut?
I don't know, maybe I was there with a girl named Coconut.
A nigga.
So look,
my
my
bad.
whole boxing thing. I'm gonna get back to your question, but because I told you we'll speak about it here on the podcast. So
Yeah.
I first started boxing when I had moved from Jersey in 04, in 4th grade. I came back to Jersey when I was in 6th grade, but in the summer of, I think it was the summer of 2010, my uncle was boxing, and he never liked it. He didn't like boxing. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to do him, watch TV, chill, you know what I'm saying? Regular little kid shit.
Was he one of them niggas that like was nice but like just like didn't want to do it?
Nah, he really just didn't want to do the shit. Like he really didn't want to do it. And my grandmother put him in it because she wanted him to know how to defend himself, as she should. She put the nigga in karate and everything. Nigga did not like none of that shit. Nothing.
Right.
Anything I feel like he wasn't fucking with basically. But when I went there for the first time and saw him, because I was visiting Jersey again for the summer, I'm like, damn, bro, this shit look fun. You know what I'm saying? And before that, my stepdad had said before we moved to Georgia, I think I was like in 3rd grade, and he was like, "Oh, Zaya, you want to do boxing?" I'm like, "Isn't it fake like wrestling?" He like, nah, it's real, it's real. I'm like, shit, what's good? So, I seen him at the gym boxing. I'm like, damn, bro, I want to box too. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Hanif and Coach, I think it was Coach Muncie there too, and Coach Horse Dad, Kashad Dad. And they seen me, and they seen that I was interested. They're like, all right, you want to box? They're like, all right, go over there. You got to do 300 jumping jacks. I'm like, 300 jumping jacks? What the fuck?
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it. Banged out the 300 jumping jacks after probably like 20 or so minutes. Boom. Then I got in tune with the shit. I was just doing cardio with them that day, really working on my abs and shit. They gave me this paper, told me to sign the form. And I was in Jersey by myself. I took the plane from Georgia to Jersey by myself. So I forged my mom's signature on that shit. And I called my mom and told her, "Oh, I'm going to start boxing." I put your signature on it. She like, "Okay, cool."
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So, after that, I started boxing. And then we was in the basement, though. I forgot what block it used to be on, but it used to be in the basement of a barbershop. Then after that, they got their bread up. The coaches got their bread up. And it became a real gym. So we was boxing. I forget the block of this name too, but it's near downtown Plainfield, and it was Plainfield 5-star gym. Used to be on the top of the daycare.
Yeah.
Right by
Yeah.
the bell, right by the bail bond shit across the street around the corner.
Yeah, that's by my dad's store. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Fact. So was boxing there. Then after that, you know what I'm saying, I left that gym because there was shit going on in the gym or whatever, grown folks business. So then I followed Coach O and Horace and his daughter, and you know what I'm saying, I started fucking with them in Newark, and that's when I first got to see Shakur, you know what I'm saying, and my first fight, he was at my first fight ringside, so you know what I'm saying, I had lost the fight and everything. He was like that little nigga right there could box, that little nigga right there could fight. You know what I'm saying? And around that time, he was like the little celebrity in the hood of Newark. Like, everybody in Newark knew this nigga from
Shakur?
fighting. Yeah, we was like, I was in 6th grade, so I was 11. So he had to be 13 or 14. Everybody knew this nigga. Like, everybody would come to Newark and wherever he was at to see Shakur Stevenson fight. So, when the first time I got to see this nigga fight, I'm like, damn, bro, he's southpaw just like me, too. I want to be able to do fight all the same ways he fight. And then once I got more and more able to do pad work with them, and his grandfather that coached him and everything, you know what I'm saying, once he would train me too and all of that, and I was just in the atmosphere with all them real niggas who really know how to fight, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to make it out. That shit just made me look at boxing like, man, ain't football and nothing ain't fucking with this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different energy when you boxing, bro. It's like you're really fighting, but at the same time, it's an art to the. You're not just fighting niggas. You gotta understand footwork, head placement. Know when to throw the punch, know when not to throw the punch. It's not really flinching, but you got to be able to know when a nigga about to throw a punch to get up out the way. It's a lot that go to it, but I feel like the boxing today on TV isn't the same way it used to be when I was in 6th grade and 7th grade.
It's
and
bullshit.
All that. Like
the one nigga that I feel like personifies that shit, ironically, is Canelo Alvarez.
You feel like?
Yeah, I feel like after he fought Floyd.
Yeah.
That's when he really learned.
Yeah, true.
Cause like that nigga was what, 20, 22 or some shit like that, like early 20s, like
maybe he was 19 or some shit. He was like 19.
Yeah, some young nigga fighting him.
Yeah,
a fucking
foreign nigga, right?
huh?
That's the Mexican
right?
boy.
Yeah, Mexican son.
Yeah. Talking about heavy hitter, right?
Bro, after he fought Floyd, that's when he started being the nigga that was doing all that shit. Because the nigga swung at Floyd, and Floyd is so swift, the nigga dipped, and the nigga hit the cameraman.
Yeah, that shit.
That's not easy. Niggas don't understand how hard boxing really is. Niggas think that when you walk into the ring, first off, nobody ever thinks about the months of training, well, years leading up to it for you to build your spot up. I mean, to build your name up. Nobody thinks about that shit.
Yeah.
Of you fighting fucking 1,000 niggas.
Now I'm saying the amateurs and all that shit is
Yeah.
crazy.
And then you come up, and the months of training leading up to just that one fight, you doing this shit every day. Both of us are doing this shit every day. If me and you box, right? If me and you have a match, we both trained for months after doing years. Let's say me and you both started 4 years old, 5 years old. Nigga, that's years. You what? 20 what?
2.
You 22, right?
Yeah.
I'm 26. So like, we both have damn near 20 plus years of just doing this shit every day, doing this shit every day, whatever, right? That's 20 plus years of just fighting for at least what 5-6 days a week. And then you know, I know you do the same thing. You just walking around just. I stopped training years ago, but you still
do it. Yeah,
you still
do. Yeah.
You know?
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, that's just ingrained in you.
Yeah.
So, but now, like as an active boxer, you're doing that shit. And now, like, with boxing, you focus your mind. Like, I'm about to kill this nigga. That's all you sleep, eat, and breathe.
That shit is crazy.
So for a young, hungry nigga, way bigger nigga, Canelo at 24, 20, whatever the fuck he was, to walk in, built. The nigga walked in at like 180 or some shit when he fought Floyd. Floyd walked in at what, 147? And made this nigga look stupid. Bro, that's an art.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to me. The way that Floyd, I think I don't know. I mean, it's between him and Pernell Whitaker. Floyd or him might be the best defensive fighter ever, bro.
Yeah,
That shit is beautiful, bro. Him in Fight Night Round 3, no bullshit. I told myself the Philly show.
Oh, fucking with Pernell Whitaker.
Fucking with Pernell Whitaker, Floyd, and Fight Night Round 3.
You know he passed away too, right?
Rest in peace. Wrong cup.
And they tried to hold him. When he fought. Remember we was watching that Charleston White interview, bro? And that nigga said, he said, rest in peace to Oh my god. He was like, rest in peace, Julio Cesar Chavez, nigga. Niggas was like, what?
Yeah,
he was like,
nigga.
you don't know who that is? He said, yeah, that Mexican nigga. He stayed beating up brothers. Yeah, that nigga. This nigga Charleston White a wild nigga, but they
Stay beating up brothers.
They hold Pernell Whitaker out of that fight with Chavez. They gave Chavez the victory. Oh no, they gave them niggas a draw instead of giving Whitaker the victory. Yeah, he was a sweet pea. All that.
And the nigga that can stand with Sweet Pea, bro, got my respect.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say. That nigga's a hard nigga to fight.
Yeah.
You ever do that shit? You ever like put yourself in fights and try to think about like what you would do?
What
Like-
you mean?
Like I think about like one of my like you said one of your favorite boxers is Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yeah.
You ever like put yourself in a ring in your mind?
Nah, I never did, bro.
I
Because,
definitely did. I ain't gonna lie. I
When I was like really fighting, like really having fights in boxing, shit, I was still like in middle school and early high school.
yeah.
So I never got to get to that mindset where I was fully understanding what was going on in the ring too, because like because like I said, I started boxing when I was 10. So a lot of niggas that I was fighting or that I was training with, they started when, like you said, they were like 4. So their first fights was like at 8 and 9 and all.
Yeah, there was already like
they were.
I got
you know
you.
what I'm saying? But that's what made me be able to really know how to fight, fucking with Horse and Coach O, because
Iron Sharp 9.
Coach O had us training like pros at 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, and now if you fast forward 11 years later, all of the people that I used to box with, excluding me and maybe one other person, they're all pros now, and they all undefeated. So when you look at it, that was all needed. You know what I'm saying? Every little bit of way he trained us was all needed. You know what I mean? And he wasn't just no regular coach neither. He won Amateur Coach of the Year in 2018 or 2019 in Jersey. Like, not just for Jersey, but the whole 50 states amateur boxing coach. And he taught himself, like, and he never boxed as a kid. Coach Hanif taught him how to train. And he just started training his kids and other people who would come to the gym and be like, God damn, you really know what you're doing. And like, it was to the point where he was like the pops that I did not have in the crib. I would get in trouble in school. My mom would come to the gym and I would be laughing with them, joking, and she'll be like, Zaya got a D on this, or Zaya didn't pass his test, or Zaya in class worrying about his boots instead of worrying about Zaya in class talking to girls. She would come to the gym and tell him everything, and he'll be like, keep fucking around and we're gonna get in that ring and fight. Keep fucking around, or you know what I'm saying, just doing shit, instilling shit into me that needed to be instilled. Like, he really cared about his fighters. It wasn't just talking about, oh, we gonna box and get W's. He really would put real shit in your head that you need to know outside of boxing. So even when I play like basketball on the weekends and have fun and I'm tired, I remember what my coach used to say: good fighters don't need it, bad fighters don't deserve it. Ain't talking about water. Little metaphors are swim without getting wet, because obviously you're going to swim and you're going to get wet in the water, but it's an analogy to something else, because in the ring you're going to get hit, but fight without getting hit. So all of that stuff you keep in your mind while you know what I'm saying, doing your daily routines and just going to work on the regular. All those, you know what I'm saying, words and shit still stick with me. So me boxing, I definitely needed it, even though I'm not boxing no more, because if I didn't box, who knows what the fuck I'd be doing.
Do you feel like every kid needs something like that, an outlet growing up that they could kind of get some discipline from?
Yeah, 100%. Hell yeah. I feel like that's something that, like, growing up, that's something that I missed.
Word.
You know, to be a productive adult, you have to have an outlet.
Yeah.
But if you grow up not having that shit, that's when you start going to all the wrong vices. You go to the niggas in the hood, the niggas that you look at it as being cool. All right, well, they doing this, they doing that. All right, cool. They doing that, so I'm gonna do it because I think they're cool.
Yeah.
Versus if you got the nigga that just he's in love with painting, and he can look at, let's say, a nigga that lives in Camden, the shittiest city in the fucking country. He can see that shit and make that shit beautiful. Because once he expressed his vision or whatever, you got something to focus on. It's all about focus. So yeah, I feel like every kid needs something to focus on.
Word.
You know?
That is true. That is true.
So, being that we all grew up in Edison, what do you feel like our community needs, if it needs anything, to kind of make sure that the next generation stays on the right path and stays out the way?
Leadership. To be honest, I mean, Edison is like it's three different sides. You got Potter's, which is the hood, quote unquote.
I be telling niggas that Potter's is his own entity.
Yeah,
it is.
His own
You got that shit, and then you got like the cool parts like we in right now, and then you got South Edison, which is trailer park.
Yo,
bro, I went to both high schools. I saw both sides.
Hey man.
yo.
What I'm saying is the thing that we're missing is leadership.
Yeah.
I've worked in the mayor's office. You feel me? I was a cameraman like for the mayor. We don't have leadership. They don't give a fuck about none of us.
They don't, bro. They really don't. Like,
but that's what I'm saying, bro. No bullshit. And don't laugh me out the room. One of my goals in life is to be mayor of this town.
Because niggas don't even know who our mayor is right now.
I live here. I don't know who the fuck the mayor.
Sam Yoshi or Joshi. Some
Nah,
Indian
but you
guy.
saying that though, like,
That's a fact.
me and this nigga be talking about this shit a lot. Like, as we getting older, we realizing like we done travel like to Cali, to Vegas, and shit like that, and it's like don't know other place really give you that home feeling other than, you feel me, Jersey for us, you feel me, because we from here.
Yeah.
And it's like niggas from Edison or niggas that we grew up around in general always trying to leave or seek shit that's outside of, you feel me, what they know or what they grew up trying to, you know, find something that's already within themselves. And I just feel like what you said, trying to be Bear Edison, a lot more people in Edison that's black need to try to, you know, take that same approach on certain things. Not even just being mayor, but just having a positive impact on the people around them versus just like letting bygones be bygones about shit. And now it's like niggas still doing bullshit, getting caught up in whatever it is, and it's just like ain't nothing changing for real. And it's never not gonna be black people or people like us out here, you feel me? So that's something we gotta keep in mind.
Yeah, nah. I feel that. I feel like, to be honest, like the way shit is now, it's a good time to live in. Because everybody is so conscious. And I feel like the reason that everybody in general is so ready like to build their own and shit like that is because of the time. Because now it's just more publicized.
Social media.
Yeah, social media and everything. So it's like we going, and we want the best because we never had the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I want to be mayor, because I saw our mayor didn't do shit for us the whole time. No mayor ever did shit. In terms of the town we grew up in, they focused on the good parts, the cool parts. Our shit been the same thing
For years.
for years, bro. I saw niggas get shot there,
Exactly.
do all that shit. I saw
They
that shit.
still got niggas hanging up their clothes outside to dry.
Bro, we have clotheslines.
That's what I'm saying. Still in 2022, still.
That shit's crazy.
And
That's
niggas
what I'm saying.
sit there and gel off Potters all day, but don't
All
know what's
day.
going on inside and the depths of it. I had to do some research on it. I didn't even know like the older generation from the early 1900s was fighting the KKK and Clark and Metuchen.
Yeah, bro, nigga.
Like,
Older generation. You ever drive through Clark?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't drive through there. I take the longest route around Clark.
right.
I'm not fucking with that shit.
So, and I be hearing a lot of people say that. People who not even from Middlesex County be saying the same thing, whether it's East Orange, North, wherever. When they find out about Clark, they be like, it's over.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what a
not
lot
saying,
of people.
bro.
The only reason why I go to Clark is if I'm going to LA and Clark. That's
Yeah,
it.
I ride through Clark to get on the Parkway. That's it.
I don't mess with
Hey,
Clark.
ain't
Like,
nothing out
everybody
there for
named
me.
mother know or will find out about Clark. Like, and it's sad to say. Like,
But I do think it's good that you got that mindset that you trying to, you feel me?
now that's tough.
Become-
And still some leadership in the community, because that's something that we trying to do through the festival and through the podcast, you feel me? Because we trying to show people that, you feel me, it's people that look like us that could do shit like this and not just get caught up in the everyday bullshit, you feel me? There's other positive outlets other than just hooping or making music or just, you feel me, doing the quote-unquote stereotypical things that could lead you somewhere, but, you know, sometimes it don't lead you down the path that you really wanted to, you feel me?
I mean, I think that's important.
And I feel like, I don't know, niggas been saying that niggas need some kind of community, like, leadership or
Nah, we
community
do. I said,
togetherness, you feel me?
there
Like,
ain't no real. Say what you gonna say.
yeah, there ain't no real sense of community, you feel me? Like, at least in this area. Like,
No, I agree.
go ahead, continue.
Nah, I was gonna say everything he's saying is a fact. I just wanted to say there's no real big homies or nobody over there that cares about what's going on over there.
And it's
nobody
like,
parents care about shit,
yeah.
and my word don't mean shit if these
Exactly.
niggas' parents is knowing what's going on. So
'Cause
who
it's
am
like-
I? Like,
Niggas, it's like, who am I to say some shit, you feel me? Because, like, niggas don't want to hear shit from certain people anyway. Like, especially since, like, we around the same age as a lot of people that we see, you feel me, on a daily basis. So it's just like, unless it's somebody that's, you feel me, older, or it's just somebody that lived a different lifestyle and is not from here, that niggas could look at like, oh, this is a different nigga for real. Like, nobody's gonna listen or take heed to any advice that anybody's trying to give them. And people just complain and then just, you feel me, and I live the
But
same
you gotta
cycles.
think about it too, though. Like, the reason that they complain and don't make a shit, bro, it's all about how you raised too.
yeah,
Who's in your life? Like, if all you see is your mom and your pops complaining about how shit's not fair, bro. As a kid, bro, you a sponge. You take that
That's
shit
what I'm
in.
saying. The cycle repeats itself.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about, alright, for certain people that like get to that point where they realize that, you feel me, the cycle is there and like they want to be in a point in life where they want to break the cycle, you feel me?
Uh-huh.
What do you say to that person that needs to take that jump, you feel me, physically, mentally, and spiritually, to really break the cycle rather than just like knowing that the cycle is there and just, you feel me, letting it continue because you feel like there is no hope for better, you feel me?
I would say, one, it's definitely a hard path to travel down because that's a real path that you're going down by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be solid. Excuse me. You gotta be solid within spiritually, mentally, and physically. You feel me? Physically, niggas gonna hate on you. Why? No, hold on. I'm gonna go to physically last. Mentally, niggas gonna hate on you because you got a different mindset. You ready to go. You ready to walk down that path. All niggas is gonna do is give you opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah, you gotta work. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Nah, nigga, I'm trying to do what I gotta do.
yeah.
Spiritually, niggas attack your spirit. To be honest, even unintentionally, they see you got something going on, and they don't have the drive or the passion to do that shit, so they hate on you. Like, damn, I wish I could do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh nah, I'm not doing that shit. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma hate on this nigga. That's how that shit goes.
Yeah.
And then when you bring the physical, because the spiritual and mental shit is fucking them up. Now they start to fuck with you. And I mean, if you traveling down that path, you a solid nigga.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take no type of disrespect.
Yeah.
You know, like if you the type of nigga to walk down that path yourself, your energy is high. You know, that intimidates people. You might be a nigga like me and you are built. All three of us are built, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't look intimidating. We look like you could bully us. If we didn't box or had that training or whatever, never got into a fight a day in our life,
Mm-hmm.
easy target.
I know exactly what you're talking.
You know what I'm
about.
saying?
Yeah.
Ah yeah, fuck out of here, loser. Like a Disney Channel bully.
I know exactly what you're
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about, you feel me?
Smacking your books out your hand or whatever. Nah,
So
I'm
all that shit
focused.
is necessary to go through growing up.
100%.
Yeah.
The thing is, you wouldn't be the man you are today if you didn't go through the bullshit you went through as a child.
Damn, I was just telling
That's a
Al that
fact.
shit
That's a
last
fact.
night.
That's
I
a
was just
fact,
telling
bro.
Al that last night. Like,
That's why whenever anybody asks me if I could change anything, I always say nothing.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the mindset and the drive and the focus if I didn't go through what I went through before when I was young.
Led up to where we at right now, you feel me?
Yeah, I always say, bro, there's no such thing as wasted time. It's lessons learned.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Of
if you make the same mistake, then nigga,
yeah,
that's on you.
Word.
But it's a lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I went through this shit. I did this shit. It don't work. Get right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's some real shit right there.
Word up.
I do want to ask you this question. What was you about to say, New?
Nah, I said that's some real shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that was deep.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question. Because you 26, I'm 23, Zaya 22, you feel me? Like, how do you feel at 26, you feel me, in life? Because a lot of niggas feel like, I don't know, I guess they live in life at this age like they running out of time, you feel me? Some niggas feel like it's a
That's
make it or
true.
break it era, you feel me, for them. Like, between 21 and like 24, they feel like if they don't do this or have this amount of money or get this accolade or do this, you feel me, that they behind. But like at 26 years old, with everything that you've done in life and where you at in life, you feel me, how do you truly feel with your path, and do you feel like you in your prime, you feel me, personally?
All right, so when I was 24, 25, that's when I was like, damn, like I don't got this, I don't got that.
Mm-hmm.
I see my peers that they buying houses and having kids and shit like that, whatever. And I'm at my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
It was crunch time. But now that I'm 26, I got my crib. It's like, nah, nigga, I got time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing is, you always want to be older.
Mm-hmm.
When you was 10, you wanted to be 11. When you was 11, you wanted to be a teenager. When you was a teenager, you wanted to be 20. It's always going to be that the aspiration to be older, because you think that age comes. You think with age comes the monetary shit that you can show off.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing. I got my own crib. I'm still working 9 to 5, a job that I hate. That don't mean shit. Now I'm at the place where I understand life a little bit better, and I understand, like, no, nigga, I'm still young.
Mm-hmm.
I work with fucking 40 and 50-year-olds. I talk to these niggas about my little bullshit 20-year-old problems or late 20-year-old problems. Oh, you'll get through it. And that's what made me realize, like, nigga, I'm still young. I got nothing but time.
Yeah.
You got to realize how long life is. An 80-year-old is considered old. So even if I'm not where I want to be at 30, I'm still young. I still got time. So now, it's just about making the best and the most of the time you use.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Respect that. Yeah.
Hey
People
man,
got perspective.
spoken like a true vet.
Not a vet.
Sound like you done went through
Nah,
enough
'cause
to
people-
to speak like that.
A lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people my age is really like living life like they
About
on
to
a ticking
die.
time bomb. You feel me?
But that's how it is, though, because early 20s is such a weird age.
Mm-hmm.
You go from being in high school
Yeah.
at 18, and then you're 19. Now you're gonna go to college. You're gonna work. You're expected to know what the fuck you want to do. It don't make sense. It don't make sense
like
at all. You're supposed to wake up on your 18th birthday like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
Nigga,
that
first off, last year, nigga, I wanted to be a fucking dinosaur. That shit don't make sense, nigga. Now I'm be a neuroscientist.
You know what I was telling Al too? I was saying, like, yo, don't you think it's crazy how the same people that tell us that, or the same people who work for the people who spew us that mind control while we're in this paradigm, are the same, like the Jeff Bezos and all them niggas didn't become millionaires or whatever you want to say it till they were
Bro, think
past
about
their 30s and all of that.
think about the
Like,
stock price
so it
of
make you think,
Amazon.
What are you talking about?
Think about the stock price of Amazon. early 90s, 2000s, that shit was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing at all. That shit didn't mean shit. This nigga just went to space.
Yeah. And niggas is still living like
Exactly.
you feel me? They in their 30s and 40s, and that nigga Jeff Bezos was probably what 50s, 60s something.
Yeah, and that nigga's 20.
Yeah. Same with Elon Musk, and even with rappers like Jay-Z and
Niggas old, bro, but they still moving like they young.
They
Because they
old because they never had a childhood. I mean, they're old physically, but they never had a childhood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how Jay-Z grew up, bro. This nigga grew up in what, Marcy?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Nigga, when you grow up in the hood, you don't have a childhood.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You born with a goatee. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas.
You born.
fast
All
as
right. Well,
fuck.
all right. I gotta survive.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like suburban kids.
You teach
Nah,
them
nigga.
that more.
You have time to like really think about shit. Like really be a childhood. You have time to play catch with your dad. You have time to fucking bake cookies with mom. You don't have that time when you grow up in like the inner city.
There's a disconnect, most definitely. And I was telling Al like yesterday, because we was talking about a lot, and I was telling him, not even yesterday, last week, I was saying like it's type fucked up how, because we was talking about gang culture and all of that. So I was saying like, damn, it's type fucked up how if you were already born to a family that bang, or you were already born in a predicament, it's fucked up how you don't even get a chance to have a mind of your own. So we were saying how niggas is thankful that our moms moved from Newark and brought us out here so we could be able to still have that connection to the urban community, but still be able to get another point of view and see things from a different eye to eye. Because I got to go to Trash.Mcstevens, like you went to JP as well, right?
Yes, sir.
And we went to school with all Indians, Asians, all different types of people, but our family are all black. So we were able to see every different lifestyles just by going to high school with them. So now when we're in the quote-unquote real world, or our boss is a different race or whatever's going on, we know how to deal with it more, or we know where these problems that's going on in the hood is stemming from and everything else. Because going to school at JP, we got to see the little stereotypes that the teachers put on us. Oh, y'all live in Potters, or y'all live near there, or just like,
Yeah.
what you mean? Y'all live in Potters too. Y'all live right behind it. Why would y'all buy big houses that's near the ghetto? Why would you do that? So, like, whose fault is that too? So it really do show you people not as smart as they think they are out here as well too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
shit, life is a game.
yeah, but
it's all a group thing when you think about it, bro. It's all group thing. Niggas think because you live in the house behind here. We're supposed to, because I live in this neighborhood, we're supposed to look down on these niggas.
yeah,
That's crazy. But it's also ingrained. Like, that's how it's always been. You see apartment buildings or townhouses or whatever. Yeah, nah, them niggas ain't shit.
So, with everything being said, what do you want your impact to be on the community? You feel me? When it's all said and done.
I want kids to be able to be kids, because like that's my big thing. Like my time running the community center, Lifeline.
that shit was lit,
Bro, the one
that shit
thing
was lit,
when I was
bro.
running that shit, it was mostly about the kids, because they'll come in there, they'll have a safe space to just be kids, not have to worry about bills or drama or nothing like that. They had time to be kids. Like, I fuck around and play kickball with these niggas.
We did
Bro,
stay
that was,
out of trouble going to Lifeline, bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Even I know you know that other shit, that after school program niggas used to go to in middle school. They don't have none of that shit in Potters no more, bro.
I know, and that, bro, that's one of the things I want. If I had more time, I would definitely devote my time to that shit, because you gotta understand, like, the kids are the future. Like, my sons, when they grow up, they dictate how shit goes. Like, once they're our age, if my son runs for president, he's gonna not our age, because you gotta be 35, but you get what I'm saying. He's gonna dictate how shit goes. But if you don't instill the right mindset, mentality and shit in the younger generation, then nigga, our future's fucked over.
That's facts. So,
yeah.
Oh, to answer my bad, I definitely didn't answer your question. the impact I want to leave is just to be unapologetically you.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself, because it's always been a thing that you want to be somebody else. I don't think there's anything wrong with looking up to somebody, because the greatest people in history, aside from the first person,
Mm-hmm.
always looked up to somebody. So you can take what you like about that person and bring it to your personality, but don't try to become that person, because you're not going to be that person. You know, just be you. Be you and be the best you possible. And I think that's the best advice that anybody ever gave me.
So how did you get in tune with being able to use that space for Lifeline though?
Without, I mean, Lifeline was definitely established by my dad. My dad, it was my dad, my two uncles, and my aunt. My dad had just came home from prison and got his shit right, you know, got his CDLs, bought a house, all that shit. And that nigga, if you talk to the old heads about my pop, I don't want to put him out there or whatever, about my pops and shit, they like that nigga was pretty much get rich to die trying, but like without getting shot. You know, like he was doing his dirt or whatever. He was a menace. Went to prison, changed his life, came home, got his shit right, and he's like, yeah, I don't want none of these like children to go through the same shit I went through. Shit started off in my grandma's living room. Bring a couple kids, you know, talk to them, whatever. More and more people started coming, so they have, my grandma's a bishop. Pardon me. They ended up getting the space in the church basement.
Yeah.
Mount Zion, the shit that's at the top of the hill.
I remember when niggas would go to church, bro, in the van and son.
Nah,
that's what I'm
nigga,
saying,
I'm talking about the church on the hill.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about the
Yes.
one right in the back.
Yeah, ended up getting the basement space to do it.
Yeah.
More and more kids is coming, because now you have leadership. You have something to, you know, you have somebody to look up to.
Word.
So then my grandma was one of the people that I forgot what the fuck the phrase is, but whatever. She ended up talking to like the housing authority. So then they let them get the community room. And then from there it went to the spot that we had.
Word.
Cycle in, and cycle out a couple people, and then I ended up there at 16.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you was controlling it, you and your peoples, that's when that shit was lit. Niggas that had dance battles in there, all types of shit be going on in Lifeline. It was like right there, right on the corner, bro. Right.
Perfect spot. You know what's crazy? I went to fucking preschool in that building.
Word.
It used to be Head Start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of history in Potters, man.
It is.
It's a lot of history back there. That's what I want to see. I want to see better from there.
Me and my dad's goal is to buy that shit.
Do what you gotta do, bro, to
Talk about it with me. I'm in
secure
there.
the community.
What's the word? I'm in there with you. What's the word?
Oh, I'm saying
We'll
like,
talk about it off camera.
yeah.
But I'm saying do what you gotta do to like better the community.
Cause that
and
definitely
take over.
worked. Cause like you're saying, niggas over there, they respect you for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a few people over there that really get respected.
Yeah.
And like whenever I see Ty, that nigga show me hella love and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I remember growing up, niggas would always play kickball together. Go to the mini, play kickball. Be in the first playing kickball, play football. Go to the mini, play basketball. Just walking around and shit. And
I was about to say, I think y'all was talking about the shit I think it was the last podcast I had, right? Y'all was talking about like buying a basketball court.
oh yeah, him.
Yeah, get starting a community center and
Yeah.
like
That's what I wanna
trying to
do.
get to the point, because he said he wanted to get a basketball court made. You feel me?
Yeah.
For people in his community. So I was saying like everybody got these ideas. We could all put them together one day when niggas get established and grown for real and make something happen. And it could really be something like worthwhile, you feel me? Something like how the mini was to us in like our prime years when we was in 4th, 5th, 6th grade type shit, you feel me? So like trying to have something that's gonna stand longer than that though, you feel me? And like stand firm and be somewhere where kids could really reside.
Yeah. You ever see that one Tupac interview when he's talking about how your prime years are really your your teen years? It's the same. It's the same shit, bro.
Zakaya said the same thing last week.
Oh, about that Pac interview?
Nah, she said that the prime. She think your prime is your teenage years.
It is. Cause that's when you're building your foundation about who you gonna be as a person. Your teen years is trying to understand like what you think you want to do. Your 20s is executing this shit. You know, troubleshooting this shit. Your kid.
Yeah, word. And I just think sometimes, and I'm like, damn, where did all that stuff go? Like, I understand, like you said to them on the phone, I was y'all age doing that, so it's y'all time. But it's like there was a disconnect. Something happened where the disconnect happened where everybody forgot about that and just was like, it is what it is.
I don't think they forgot about it. I think that like once that outlet left, they was like, damn, well, I guess I gotta survive. And
it is what it is. Yeah.
There was nobody steering them in the right direction. Now niggas are getting locked up. Shorties is doing this, whatever, you know.
But there's still not hope, but there's still
no,
there.
there's always hope, bro. There's always hope. Like I said, this shit started from my dad going to prison. Prison, not jail, prison. Came home and was like, I don't want none of these little niggas under me to go through that shit. The one thing that's always promised is that you're always gonna have a bad. There's two things in life. Three things. You're gonna be born, you're gonna die, and you're gonna have bad times. Now it's your choice. Pardon me, to make it a good time. You know, you have to do that. If you don't do that, then I mean, you existing. You can't just exist.
Word.
You have to contribute. Otherwise, I mean, what is it? At that point, you're a screw. You just, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing. Make a difference in your life. Make a difference to one person's life. This shit gonna come off so arrogant, bro. I was a lot of these kids like that was under me. I was their dad. I was their father figure, and I'm only a couple years older than y'all niggas. I'm 16, a dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Word.
So,
and that's what Potters is missing. Real niggas.
Real leadership.
Yeah.
So, to wrap it up, like, what are your final remarks and final words that you want to give to the people? You feel me?
My final remarks. One, find out who you want to be. Well, first off, find out who you are. Figure out who you want to be, and put yourself on that path to be the best you possible. It's the best thing I can say.